Yeah, we're going to do a challenge at some point with Father Leo. Get them back.
Good.
Get them both on the same stage.
Plus, billion is so much easier to say than,
It
pedaling.
Look at me, Monsignor. I'm the one laying out the challenge to you for Father Leo. I don't think I really have that standing, but I just want to see it.
Morning, Monsignor.
Good morning.
He's opted not to join us after hearing me.
Oh, no, I'm here. I was just taking it all in, let me tell you.
It's called stunned silence, yes.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
that doesn't happen very often to me, but once in a while it does. Well, today we're going to look at a recipe, and I have chosen a recipe particularly for something special this week. Just yesterday we celebrated the funeral mass of my uncle and my godfather, Deacon Tom Carone. And
I didn't know he passed away.
Yeah, and he and I used to make first with his father, my grandfather, the three of us, and then later just he and I would make our own Italian sausage every year. We'd make it and stuff it and share it with family members. So in his honor, in honor of his journey to eternal life, I'm going to work on a recipe today which is good for this season of the year as it cools down a little bit. It's called a creamy sausage soup. And I know it's up on the website already if people want to follow along, or those of you in the studio want to and ask some questions. It's a delicious but very easy soup to make. We use some Italian sausage, and you pick whatever kind you like. Pick a sausage you like. If you like a little hotter sausage, pick that one. If you like a milder one or even a sweet sausage with maybe fennel seed in it, that's the kind of sausage we made in our family using fennel seed. Pick that. And you want it in bulk form, not in links. So bulk sausage. I'd say start with a pound of it. You're going to need some olive oil. You're going to need to finely chop a little onion, a small onion, a couple cloves of garlic, some chicken broth, some diced tomatoes, and you need little pasta. Little pasta, not big pasta, little pasta. Maybe you see it in the store sometimes. Ditalini, it's little tiny pasta, or little mini pinwheels, or just take regular spaghetti and break it up into little pieces. So you need little pasta for this, some half and half, some freshly chopped spinach, some Parmesan cheese, some basil, oregano, a little Cholula hot sauce, and some salt and pepper. Those are the ingredients you need to make this creamy sausage soup. And this is how you start. Heat that olive oil in a nice pot over some medium heat, not too high so it burns. Add your sausage and break it up with a spoon as you're adding it in there so that it's broken into little pieces, and cook it until it's browned. There might be, depending on what kind of sausage, there might be some excessive fat in there. Drain that off. Then take the chopped onion and add it to that mix and just saute it for about 5 minutes until the onion looks a little softened. And then stir in the garlic, which you have minced, and put that in there and cook it for another minute. So you have that mixture all in the pan already. You have the sausage, you have the onion, you have the garlic, all kind of blending together. And then you pour in your chicken broth and your diced tomatoes with the juices from the tomatoes, and then stir in all of that and that garlic and a little bit of basil, oregano, again, how much you like. I suggested a half teaspoon of each, and a tablespoon of that Cholula hot sauce, my favorite hot sauce, and bring all of that to a boil. And then, so you've got all that cooked together, you've got it boiling together, and then add your pasta. Don't pre-cook your pasta. Put your pasta right in the soup and let it cook in there. I would don't make it mushy. So al dente, we call that, when it's not mushy, but it's still firm, but soft all the way through. Then, once it gets to that point, reduce the heat down to a low heat and stir in then the half and half and the Parmesan cheese, and just mix it until all the cheese melts and the soup becomes smooth. Make sure you don't boil it at this point, though. Keep it on a low or medium-low heat and just keep stirring it until it all becomes very smooth. It's then that you put in your chopped spinach and then let it cook for about 3 minutes. Again, nice, keeping it nice and smooth. And at the end, taste it and see, in your opinion, if it needs a little salt or pepper. Probably will need a little bit of pepper, a little bit, or depending what kind of sausage you use, a little salt and pepper to taste. And then ladle it into a bowl, sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on top of it, and sit down and enjoy it. Now, one thing you can do, because sometimes you'll keep a little, you won't eat it all in one sitting, you put it in the refrigerator, and the next day you get it out and it's pretty thick. And so there's two things you can do. You can add a little more chicken broth to it and a little more half and half, just to make it a little bit more creamy rather than real thick, because you want to be able to spoon it, enjoy every spoon of that creamy sausage soup. So that's the recipe for the day today, in honor of Deacon Tom Carone and our many years of making our family sausage together. To celebrate his life,
wonderful.
We should eat and eat well.
Now, Monsignor, I have a question. I usually don't have
Of
half and half.
course you do.
I know. I'm sorry. Well, you have been a great influence on my cooking, so I want to, I usually don't have half and half in my house. Can I use milk, or is that like a no-no?
No.
That's a firm no.
Especially
What you-
skim
what
milk,
you
because
can-
that's all I have.
What? Oh, don't eat! My goodness, that's hardly milk. that's like white. That's like white water, skim milk.
Somehow I knew that gets you going.
If you have milk and you have some heavy whipping cream, you can mix the two of those together, because
Okay,
that's
I don't
literally
do
what
that
half
either.
and half is.
Okay.
Half cream and half milk. So you could mix them together if you have both, but don't use milk. It'll just get very runny and stuff. You don't want it that way. You want it creamy. You don't want a loose soup. You want a creamy soup.
Okay.
There you go.
And I probably shouldn't ask you if I should use light half and half, right?
Boy, he's raising himself up off the floor now to answer that one. I thought I answered that.
Use the real stuff or use nothing.
There you go. I like
There
that.
you go.
That's a great
Okay,
cooking
Father,
motto.
Monsignor. Yeah, I am all in. I'm all in, Monsignor.
Send those
All right.
recipes for the big old Christmas party. Thank you, Monsignor. Send those recipes
You're welcome. Have a
to
beautiful day.
Ron
Bye-bye.
at artoledo.com. Ron at artoledo.com. To find this one, go to artoledo.com, click on Morning Offering, and you'll see the recipe right there.